Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline,
Now, Marcella?
and we just finished watching episode 2 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. And you guys, this episode was so much fun. We loved it so much. It was so good.
I love all of the banter. Like, their banter is wonderful. They make a really good team, even though they obviously have issues right now. They're going to come really far by the end of the season. So it's going to be really exciting to see that growth. I feel like we have a
Mhm.
really long way to go with them, but the payoff is going to be really nice.
Just like seeing them actually together, like the whole episode was just so good. And
Mhm.
I think like hearing like even like in the beginning, like when they were talking about like the big three and Bucky's like, that's not a thing, that's not a real thing. It was just really funny. And I think I really liked the little like couples therapy that they had going. I thought
Yeah,
that was really
that was
funny.
comical. I feel like we all could really relate in this episode to Bucky. Bucky was basically telling Sam everything that we were all thinking, and it was wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. Like even in the beginning when he was watching the new Captain America, I didn't even catch his name. What was his name?
John?
Okay. Yeah. And like so I feel like he's like a character who he was trying so hard to be likable where
And it ended up coming off like really fake towards the
yeah,
end.
it didn't work. Like he was trying to be like, "Oh, we're on the same team. Like let's help each other out. Like, I get
Mhm.
that I'm not Steve, but I do have the shield and I'm trying really hard. I know that they're big shoes to fill." And like there were some moments where I was kind of like, "Okay, like I kind of like see
Like, it's like I felt bad almost because I was like,
he's
maybe he's just trying to be a symbol for everybody, but no, I
no.
don't like him.
I don't like him at all. I think he's
No.
trying too hard, and it reminded me of like Sam and Bucky are like the Avengers, like the cool kids, and like this
Mhm.
guy's like just trying like super hard to sit at the cool table and join in and
Literally.
be friends with them, and it's just they just don't. It's
But
just not.
then he was like, "Oh, don't get in my way." I was like,
Yeah, at
"Who do
the
you
end,
think
it
you're
was like,
talking
seriously?
to?"
So you can't like hate him in a way because these are people who are serving the country and they were military men. You have respect for
Exactly.
that. Like, there's a certain part of like respect when you watch that, like, especially like in the opening scene, we see the two of them, how, they're part of, they're just trying to do as as an American would. And I think that I think the fame honestly got to this guy's head, and I think that there's a conceitedness in it. And
That's
I
what
think
it seemed like
walking
because
around with the shield, he
at
thinks he's
first it
hot
didn't seem
shit.
like it because he kind of was like, "Oh, I just want to it seemed like he was kind of telling his friend like, "I don't really want to do this. I just kind of want to serve my country."
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, "Well, this is what's coming along with it right now."
Yeah. And it
So
went to his
fame,
head.
yeah, and I think that yeah, the fame got to his head. I mean, he's walking around dressed as Captain America. Everybody loves him. He's signing autographs.
He's got a shield. He's
Yeah,
got
he's
the
got the
shield.
shield.
Yeah. The plot of this is really cool. How we have these super soldiers and how it's very reminiscent to Steve. Like, I don't know, it's just really cool. And I think the mask element just brings a new tone to it because it makes them look scary and it reminds me very much of like the Purge.
Yeah, it does
But
remind me of the Purge.
it's cool how we could say that a shield that they have like the masks on and how they're using the masks for bad concealment when we have people like Captain America, Iron Man who wear masks and they use it for good. I think
Yeah,
that's a really cool
definitely.
contrast. I honestly think that this episode, it was just the relationship between Bucky and Sam
Yeah,
that
I
stood
feel like
out
that
for
was
me.
the highlight for me was to see even though their relationship is at rock bottom right now, like
Yeah.
really like Bucky has a lot of hatred towards Sam and how he didn't want to fulfill the legacy of Steve.
Yeah.
And with good reason. Like all of us are feeling like that too. So it's going to be really wonderful to watch Sam get to that point where he actually feels worthy to carry on that legacy and he wants to.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I'm excited to see the both of them like become friends throughout it all too.
Yeah, I love
Like
the
build that
line.
trust.
I really loved when Bucky was saying, "If he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me too." Because Steve
Yeah.
was always the guy who would give hope to Bucky too, and was able to really get through to Bucky as his best friend. He was able to get through to him when he was with Hydra, and he was the one who was really there for Bucky. And so that's why I think Bucky looks at Steve in such a way where he has him on like a pedestal, kind of, where he's like, you are a hero, you are right in everything. And
Yeah,
if Steve was wrong about Sam, he's
exactly.
kind of like,
He
oh, then
values his
maybe.
opinion so much where he's like, oh no, like he believed in you to carry this on and now you let him down. So like what if I let him down in how
Yeah.
he saw me? And
There's
I
a
think
weight to that.
that's so interesting for Bucky because he's going through so much. And I feel like having that in the back of his head right now is just like beating himself up even more. So,
Exactly. Journey is going to be really, really good. Like the journey of like
mhm.
self-worth, the journey of feeling like you can be a hero as well. And we got to really see that too. And I really liked seeing obviously it was a trap, but it was cool how like Bucky kind of like came in and was like, "Oh, I found the hostage." And he was like so proud of his accomplishment, and obviously it was a trap. And
Mhm.
oh, that whole scene was so so cool. I love the fight scene on the trucks. I thought that was really
Yeah, that
awesome.
was really awesome. And of course, Captain America
Yeah.
comes in out of nowhere.
Yeah, and when he comes in, it's just like the tone just like changes kind of. Like it was just kind
It's
of
like
like,
just glares from Bucky.
like I why are you not Steve? Like why are you not Chris Evans in there
Oh,
with them?
so
Yeah.
disappointing.
So the thing is, this is like Steve is still out there technically. He's an old man, but he's still around. He's not dead.
Hey, I'm here to see old man Steve Rogers.
Like I wonder if eventually they're gonna see him. Like he's not dead. Like he didn't
I think
die
it
at the
would
end of
be really
Endgame.
cool if he comes in and has a talk with Sam. But I don't know if they'll do that because I feel like they might like make have Sam go through that journey alone
Yeah.
into getting to that point where he wants to carry the shield on. But
I know Chris Evans says that he's actually like done. So I don't think we'll probably see him again. Like I think that
yeah,
maybe we're supposed to assume that he was an old man and he eventually passed away. Maybe we're supposed to assume that.
maybe
I don't know. But I'm like he didn't like I just like remember like Endgame. I'm like he's an old man, but he's still there to talk.
he's not dead yet. At least
Not
he wasn't at
dead.
the end of Endgame.
Yeah, right, exactly. I
Yeah,
mean, unless there was something that happened maybe that was like off screen and we'll hear about it. Like I don't know, but yeah,
that
I
would
thought
be
it was
cool if they
cool
brought him
how
in eventually. But yeah, I don't think they will.
yeah, I thought it was really cool how we met Isaiah, who I'm assuming is a comic character because he had a really cool story from what he was talking about.
Mhm.
I would really like to see that story. Like I feel like he has a story that would be really good to visually see. And I don't know, maybe we'll get that eventually. But yeah, I think he'll definitely
He's
play a
definitely
part
gonna
of.
come back into the show. That wasn't the last we saw of him.
Absolutely not. I think his story was really cool and I
Very
want to
painful
see.
though.
Yeah, very sad, especially like how he ended up in jail at the end, like very sad. So
Mhm.
like, it would be a sad thing to see and to watch and all of that, but I
Yeah,
think
but I think
it
we'll
would
get
be.
more of it.
I think so too. I'm very, very excited for the next episode, especially because at the end we saw uh, the the asshole from Civil War who was the one who was saying all these different things that triggered Bucky in Civil War. So that's really exciting that now Bucky is gonna like have to talk to this guy again. And yeah, I'm really excited to see that conversation. I think it's going to be really, really interesting.
Yeah,
And
I'm excited for that too. That's gonna be crazy.
that's going to be really
We're
good.
looking forward to the next episode. It's really, really good so far.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. And yeah,
Yeah. And let us know your thoughts and your theories. We are curious what everybody's theorizing about for this season and where you think we're heading towards the end of this. Although I think like this was episode 2 and I know that so we have 4 more, so I'm very excited to see the progression as the relationships go on. And I know eventually they're going to bring in Agent Carter from Civil War 2. I think she's part of the cast and she's on the poster, so that'll be really cool as well. And yeah.
yep, lots of good things coming. So let
Yes,
us know all that down below.
yes, thank you for
Thanks for
watching.
watching.
Bye.
Bye.